Yeah. You going to start this segment?
Yeah. This is kind of a state of the program, Boardman Wrestling 2018-2019. So, kind of a free-flowing thing here. How's it going? Obviously, this year co-head coaches. How's it going? First weekend. You guys had the duels at your place.
Really competitive too.
Yeah, very competitive.
I think it's going good. I mean, like the biggest move we made last year was, Frank went down to the middle school. We knew we had a lot of really good 8th graders, and he made the commitment, and they really, really got good.
Yeah.
So, as long as I've been there, we've never had freshmen come up that were this good, fundamentally sound. So it's like you got to start kind of at a higher level than you normally start at during the season.
Yeah.
But so far, I mean, we have some kids that are good right now, and we have some kids that are really going to be good in a couple of years. So I think the state of the program right now, we're headed in the right direction.
And you guys are doing a little bit of work with youth too, right? You're going all the way down and doing that too, yeah?
Right. I mean, we just came from youth practice. We've been, coaching them. Even involved with our middle school too. Trying to oversee everything. Coaching all the program, getting all the kids get the same shirt kind of thing. I think that's what we're trying to put together. But the 17 freshmen we have are going to be a foundation. I think for the future here, and they've been impressive. We had only one kid in the lineup Saturday that's a senior. Everybody else is back.
Yeah.
Now we were missing a couple, seniors there, but they're, we're wrestling with all underclassmen. But I think half the team was freshmen.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're going on building.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, if we can build off this group as we build, the high school, figure, 3-4 years from now, and we have the youth and the middle school following. Now we've got a stream. That's kind of our goal. We want to get a stream of kids that are competitive in all different, all the programs. But, with kind of a same technique foundation, same language foundation, and
makes sense.
Now, have you guys found, obviously you have some young, and you mentioned young freshmen, 17, which is a huge number. Those guys coming up pretty fundamentally sound. Those guys pushing the older guys, have you noticed that makes the older guys step their game up a little bit to be, hey, we got some freshmen coming in, I got to be on top of my game.
Today in a wrestle-off, I mean, we had a second-year freshman, came in 8th grade, push a multi-veteran junior,
right.
1-point match, and the next time it could be the other way.
Right.
Yeah.
So, they're feeling it. They know they got to step up because there's, young kids pushing, but.
Yeah, there's some fighters in this freshman group here. That's the main thing you want to see as a kid.
Right.
Wins and losses are one thing, but man, some of these kids, they fight. Our little 106 pounder. I just love this kid. He's mean. He's just the way he wrestles and the way he, goes about it is fun. Yeah. It's fun to watch because
we remember seeing those guys last year at our tournament. You guys won our tournament. I think you beat us in the finals.
Good.
And we saw the 8th grade, the middle school team you had last year. So we knew. It's funny, if you're paying attention to anything, you see how things are working out. Like Beaver, you knew they had a really good middle school team. You see that translating. So saying that we knew you guys had a good. I didn't know you had 17, but that's great. That's great.
Exciting.
How many kids on the team? That you get 17 freshmen. What do you guys?
26.
26. Okay, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So it's a good number.
Right.
The highest. My head coaching. We were in the mid-30s at one point. It'd be nice to get back there, but it seems to be.
Yeah.
There's more as more and more sports get offered and things like that. It's really. Wrestling. The one thing and we're trying to do with the youth is make it a little more. Make it fun, but competitive. Also teach them. That they got to go out and compete. They want to go to the tournaments on Saturday, not just go to the league, things like that.
It's a hard sport.
It is.
Most sports practice is fun, and it's not fun for wrestling, unless you can find ways to make it fun.
Right.
If you're those kids that like to compete, but it's not for everybody, and that's a tough thing.
What are you guys looking forward to? Obviously, really competitive schedule. Any high points you kind of checked off? Obviously, the league's earlier this year, but. What do you guys
I don't know how I feel about the league being
I don't know.
Really, it's a league is always at the end of the year, and it's kind of like the last thing, and we're the other thing is the league is expanding so much; it's not as tight as it used to be.
You're right.
We all were tight. We all knew that this was like one shot before it really counts, and everybody's encouraging everybody. Now it's kind of like it's competitive.
It's a tough tournament.
It is a tough tournament. I mean, so moving it up. I mean, I don't know what kind of feel we'll get, compared to the other years. But I mean, I always look forward to the end of the year because that's when that's how you know if you did your job or not. If the kids improved and they got as far as they can go and things like that.
There's no one meet I think this year that I'm looking at. I mean, it's more growth, especially being so young. I mean, obviously we want to see, Michael Horo reach his potential, but he'll push himself to get there. For everyone else, it's just seeing growth, because I think team-wise we're a few years away, but in 2 years, if we have 17 juniors still around, and 10 of them are pretty dedicated, wrestling year round, then we're going to be like the Canfields and the Beaver Locals and Louisvilles. So that's I think we're hoping for. We know it won't happen this year, but we're darn well trying to get there.
Yeah, and you can't replace the experience they're getting right now, especially you said they're competitive kids. So getting them in early is exactly what you need those young guys. Just get them in. Just learn a lot. Let them find their way.
Right.
Get them as many matches as possible. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's great. That's great. Anything else in general program this year? We talked about you guys working together. Who else is on your staff this year? Nick's helping out a little bit.
Jimmy Jones is helping out. Kevin Powell's back. Coach Raver, Jack is back.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got a pretty good, we got pretty good synergy this year. I think so far. I mean, like you said, it's, how's this coaching going to work out? But it's actually working out pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is because,
we talk 5 times a day.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Texting back and forth about stuff.
Yeah. So and so said didn't have the paperwork in. Okay, this or that. I'll take care of it.
Right. I mean,
and it's usually when.
I mean, honestly, like from a head coaching, for the stress you have when you're just a head coach.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I lost half the stress.
Sure.
Like I do. Like I mean, you did.
People don't realize
you did it for a long time.
Yeah.
So
People don't
know.
realize, yeah.
I mean, it's just
It's a good system, really. I don't know why more people don't go to it because
because
you share all the crap that's out there, but then you also have your things you like to do.
Right.
If you can work it out,
half of coaching isn't coaching. And
I even maybe wonder if it's more than half.
I know.
My
So
goodness.
it's like
That's kind of what Dean did. He, he did all the media and took all interviews.
You did all
You guys did all the work.
Yeah, you're down there
Yeah.
sweating.
Dean trust me
He's
all the
got
time.
Jeff Simon on speed dial.
Wait a second. Wait, let me go back. No. Dean had more than that because let me go back to our first duel at Canfield because I'll never forget it. Dean put the band right behind us. And I mean, about
needed all the help I could get, dog.
about 3 matches in, I was like, I can't even hear myself. I mean, we actually at the end of the duel, we had the whole team was down in the other, all sitting down. We moved our chairs.
I know. I'm not proud of it,
That's
but I needed all the help I could get.
One last thing, and I want you guys all to answer this: is Jack Raver the most in shape coach in the league?
I don't know.
For 63 or 64, there's nobody that will.
I think he's 70.
He's 70.
I don't know.
I'm telling you what.
I don't know.
If I'm as good a shape as that when I'm that age,
no,
it's unbelievable. Really, it's not even. It defies like humanity of. Yeah. He gets out there every day, and the thing is, even if he is sore and tired, he will never ever
tell you that.
Show it, tell it, or admit to it.
He doesn't miss.
Ever.
He doesn't miss practice. Yeah. I mean, like it's crazy, really, when you think about it. But I mean, I tell you what, he's one of the hardest people to wrestle because he's so strong. I mean, it's like it's absurd trying to finish a move on him. So, but no, he's Jack. He's our Jack.
When he's not coaching, he's backpacking in Montana, living off the land,
kayaking.
So,
right?
Like, how do you compete with that?
No.
Like mentally, it's just like
We have the same thing with Donnie, but without all the in shape stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
I think Donnie, didn't Jack coach you? At OU.
At OU,
right?
yeah.
So
And they both kicked
he knows.
my ass. So
He
I'll
knows.
say that.
He knows what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. Very good. Hey, well, good luck this year. Thanks for doing this. appreciate you taking the time. I know you guys are running 100 miles an hour. It certainly shows your hard work, and it's pretty cool to see how you guys, now that you're older and you're working together, it seems to be like it's good, really good for the Boardman program for sure.
Yeah.
And you guys are having some fun. So
Absolutely.
That's
Thanks.
key. Anything
Thanks
else
for
there,
having us.
Stevie?
That's all I got.
All right, Frank, Dom, anything?
Thank you for having us. Greg.
Thanks for having us.
You got it.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Great
guys.
program.
Yep.